Ever felt like you're wired differently, like the world's chaos just slides off you? Have you been called awkward for staying calm when others lose their minds? If you've ever stood your ground, unmoved by the noise of expectations, you're not alone. Welcome to Sigma Male Community, where we celebrate the strength of those who walk their own path, unapologetically. Today we're diving into 11 awkward habits that only Sigma males have. Habits that aren't quirks but badges of a mindset forged in self-mastery and rational clarity. These traits set you apart, and we're about to unpack why they're your greatest assets. Get ready to see your uniqueness in a new light, because this is where authenticity meets excellence. 1. The logic lag, emotional translation pause. Picture this. You're in a heated meeting and your colleague slams the table, frustration spilling over. Most would snap back or shrink, but you pause. That emotional jolt hits you, anger, guilt, maybe even a rare compliment, but instead of reacting, you go silent. Your mind kicks into overdrive, dissecting the moment like a strategist on a battlefield. Why is this anger aimed at you? Is that guilt trip manipulation or genuine? What's the intent behind that praise? This isn't detachment, it's precision. You're not ignoring the emotion, you're translating it into something useful, something that serves your purpose. This pause, this logic lag, can feel like a social landmine for others. They're waiting for you to mirror their intensity, to give them the reaction they're fishing for, but you're not playing their game. That silence is your power, rooted in the Stoic principle of mastering your responses. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. By taking that moment to process, you're choosing strength over impulse, leaving others unsettled but ensuring your next move is deliberate and unshakable. 2. The minimalist mirror, breaking social feedback loops. Social interactions are a dance of mimicry. People mirror smiles, match energy, or lean in to signal connection. It's automatic like breathing. But Sigma males? You're the still point in the storm. Someone's laughing loudly and you nod thoughtfully. They lean in, animated, and you stay steady, observing. You absorb their energy but reflect back only what aligns with your truth. This isn't aloofness, it's authenticity. You're not here to perform for anyone's approval, you're here to understand, to assess, to decide if this interaction deserves your full engagement. That lack of mirroring creates a jarring awkwardness for others. They're performing, craving your validation, but you don't give it unless it's earned. They feel exposed, suddenly aware of their own need for approval. This is Stoicism in action. Living true to your nature, not bending to social scripts. Epictetus taught, we are disturbed not by events but by our opinions about them. By refusing to mirror mindlessly, you force others to confront their own expectations, revealing the strength of a man who doesn't need external cues to define his worth. 3. The praise paradox, competence is not equal to applause. Imagine your boss praising you for a routine task. Great job on that presentation. Most would smile, basking in the approval. You feel a twinge of discomfort. To you, competence is the baseline, not a cause for celebration. Praise for something you consider standard feels like an insult, like they expected you to fail. It's not arrogance, it's a refusal to let external validation define your worth. You know your capabilities and you don't need a pat on the back to confirm them. This is the Sigma's paradox. What others see as praise you see as a misjudgment of your potential. This creates an awkward moment for the praiser, who expects gratitude but gets a subtle recoil instead. They might think you're ungrateful, but you're just holding yourself to a higher standard. Stoicism underpins this. Seneca wrote, "The wise man is neither raised up by prosperity nor cast down by adversity." Your worth isn't tied to applause, it's rooted in your own relentless pursuit of excellence. That disconnect, that awkward silence after their good job, is the sound of a man who measures himself by his own ruler, not society's. 4. The unreadable reaction, strategic compliance. Picture a coworker throwing shade, their words dripping with condescension, expecting you to bristle or bite back. Instead, you nod calmly, "Got it, I'll handle it." No defiance, no visible anger, just agreement. They're thrown off, waiting for the fight that never comes. This isn't weakness, it's strategy. Beneath that calm exterior, you're cataloging their motives, planning your next move, and letting them dig their own grave. You're not reacting on their terms, you're controlling the board. This unreadable reaction creates a profound awkwardness. The provocateur is left grasping their script useless against your calm. This is Stoic wisdom at work. As Sun Tzu might say, the greatest victory is that which requires no battle. By choosing strategic compliance, you disarm them without a fight, leaving them to stew in their own confusion. It's a masterclass in emotional control, proving that the strongest response is often the one they least expect. 5. The vulnerability vault. Trust is earned, not owed. In casual conversations, people spill their lives freely, weekend plans, personal struggles, dreams. You listen, ask sharp questions, but when they ask, "What about you?" you offer a curt, "It was fine." They're left hanging, expecting reciprocity but hitting a wall. This isn't secrecy for its own sake, it's a fortress built from experience. You've seen personal details weaponized or gossiped away, so you guard them like treasure. Trust isn't a gift you give, it's a privilege others must earn. This creates an awkward imbalance. They feel exposed, having shared too much, while you remain a mystery. But this is Stoic discipline. Epictetus said, "Keep silence for the most part and speak only what is necessary." By withholding until trust is proven, you protect your inner world and learn who's worthy of it. That tension, that lopsided conversation, is the price of a man who values his own sovereignty above social ease. 6. The analytical gaze, the unblinking study. When you're truly engaged, your focus is laser sharp. No distracted glances, no fake nods. You lock eyes and listen with an intensity that feels like a spotlight. To you, it's respect, a commitment to understanding the person in front of you. But to them, it's unnerving. They squirm under your gaze, suddenly hyper-aware of their words, their gestures, their flaws. Your unblinking study turns a casual chat into an interrogation, not because you're judging, but because you're truly present. This awkwardness stems from their discomfort with being seen so clearly. Most people hide behind social niceties, but your focus strips that away. Stoicism teaches us to seek truth, to see things as they are. As Marcus Aurelius noted, "Look beneath the surface. Let not the quality of a thing nor its worth escape you." Your gaze embodies this, cutting through pretense to the core of the moment, leaving others exposed but reminding you to stay grounded in truth. 7. The expectation defier, rewriting the reaction script. Social interactions are a game of predictable responses. Insult someone, they get mad. Flatter them, they beam. But you rewrite the script. An insult might get a curious, "That's an interesting take." Flattery might earn a skeptical glance. A challenge could be met with silence or a question that flips the table. Your reactions come from your own logic, not society's playbook, leaving others scrambling to keep up. This defiance creates a social vertigo that's deeply awkward for those expecting a standard response. They're left disoriented, their tactics useless. This is Stoic independence in action. Epictetus said, "You become what you give your attention to." By refusing to give attention to manipulative scripts, you stay true to your principles, forcing others to question their own assumptions. That awkward pause is the sound of their world shifting under your unyielding authenticity. 8. The social camouflage, blending in stands out. In a group buzzing with laughter or outrage, you're the calm observer, politely present but not swept up in the emotional tide. You nod, you listen, but you don't match their energy. You're trying to blend in to avoid drawing attention, but your neutrality becomes a spotlight. In a room of exaggerated reactions, your restraint screams nonconformity. It's not rejection, it's an inability to fake what you don't feel. This creates an awkward void. The group pushes to pull you into their emotional vortex, but you remain unmoved, exposing their performance for what it is. Stoicism teaches us to act in alignment with reason, not crowd dynamics. As Seneca put it, the happy man is content with his present lot, no matter what it is. Your calm is your contentment, a refusal to play a role that doesn't fit, even if it makes you the most visible outlier in the room. 9. The emotional Teflon, resisting projected baggage. People love to offload their chaos. Panic about deadlines, drama about relationships, insecurities dressed as complaints. Most absorb it, mirroring the stress or offering sympathy. You're like Teflon. A coworker's meltdown gets calm questions about solutions. A friend's spiral gets a logical perspective, not shared despair. You empathize, but you don't internalize their baggage, it slides right off. This resistance creates awkwardness because they expect you to dive into their emotional pool. Instead, your clarity makes their crisis feel smaller, almost trivial, which can feel like dismissal. But this is Stoic resilience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." By refusing to take on their distress, you model emotional sovereignty, showing them, and yourself, that you control what you let in. 10. The silent recalibration, the unspoken exit strategy. When a job turns toxic or a friendship sours, you don't announce your discontent. You don't storm out or issue ultimatums. Instead, you recalibrate silently. Mentally, you detach. Logistically, you plan your exit, all while maintaining a facade of normalcy. Others might sense a shift, a subtle distance, but they can't pinpoint it. You've already moved them to a different category in your mind, and you're halfway out the door they didn't see. This creates a chilling awkwardness. They feel the change but get no explanation, leaving them to question what happened. This is Stoic pragmatism. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." When fate shifts, you let go with the same clarity, moving forward without drama, embodying the strength of a man who knows when to walk away. 11. The trust austerity, information is Fort Knox. Casual questions, "Where'd you grow up?" or "What's your family like?" seem harmless, but to you they're potential leverage points. You deflect or offer minimal truths, not out of malice but strategic caution. Personal details are currency, and you've seen them misused too often. A hobby shared could become ammunition. A past struggle could be twisted against you. So, you keep your cards close, turning small talk into a high-stakes trust exercise. This creates a lopsided awkwardness. They're an open book, you're a locked vault. They push to know you but hit an invisible barrier, forcing them to question their own motives. Stoicism guides this. Epictetus said, "Be silent for the most part, or if you speak, say only what is necessary and in a few words." Your austerity protects your peace, ensuring every piece of yourself you share is given with purpose, not obligation. These 11 habits aren't just quirks. They're the blueprint of a Sigma male strength, forged in the fire of self-mastery and rational clarity. They're the friction of authenticity in a world that demands conformity, proof that being awkward is just another word for being unapologetically yourself. At Sigma Male Community, we're here to guide you through that friction, to turn it into fuel for growth, independence, and excellence. If this resonated, hit that like button, drop a comment with your own experiences, and share this video with anyone who needs to hear it. Haven't subscribed yet? Join Sigma Male Community now, turn on notifications, and stay locked in for content that challenges the noise and empowers you to live on your terms. Until next time, stay true, stay strong, and keep walking your path.